Hello, my dear classmates and Doc Mel. I am Maricel Pomares, and this is my report for the Module 5 Social Mobilization, Definition, and Role in Social Marketing program. I am going to discuss first component strategies and under component strategies, the two strategies, advocacy and IEC, or information, education, and communication. The objectives of this discussion are the following. First, define component strategies. Second, identify the component strategies of social mobilization. Third, define and discuss the advocacy and IEC or information, education, and communication. And the last objective, discuss the 9 Ps of Enter-Educate approach. Now let us define now the component strategies. It means the elements of composing social mobilization activities. There are 6 component strategies under the social mobilization. One is advocacy. Second, the IEC or the information, education, and communication. And the third is the community organizing. Number 4, the training or the capability building. And the fifth, alliance building. And the number 6, monitoring and evaluation. The third to 6 component strategies will be discussed by my other group mates. So these are the 6 component strategies of social mobilization. Now let us define advocacy. Advocacy involves convincing, persuading, and motivating individuals and entities that there is a problem and that there are appropriate policies and strategies which could be adapted for solving such problems. So it means motivating, encouraging the public so that they can take part in the solution of a problem, that there are policies or strategies that can be used so that the problem in the community or in the society is solved. There is another meaning of advocacy when individuals publicly express their interest in specific issues and take clear actions to support the positive and advancement of those causes. So these are the people expressing their interest so that they can take actions. It's about making a change in the society. Okay, the 3 goals of advocacy are raise awareness, create change, and build movements. So of course, advocacy can raise information to the public so that they can make a change, and this change be able to be achieved through actions from the public. So these are the 3 goals of advocacy. There are 2 terms connected to advocacy. Number 1, lobbying, and number 2, activism. So let us discuss first lobbying. What is lobbying? Lobbying is the activity of trying to persuade someone in authority, usually an elected member of a government, to support laws or rules that give your organization or industry an advantage. So it is just about presenting a law to a government official so that he or she could approve it and it could become a law that will affect the society or the people concerned. And example of this is the activity or the activity of the Philippine Animal Welfare Society. They lobbied the Animal Welfare Act of 1998 or Republic Act 8485 and also the Anti-Rabies Act of 2007, Republic Act 9482. Actually, this Animal Welfare Act in 1998, they lobbied it, they presented it, they persuade in 1986, but it was only approved in 1998 by President Fidel Ramos. So they really waited for long years before it was approved. Also, this anti-rabies for a few months after lobbying, after asking the favor of the president to make this act approved, it was granted in 2007. So it is lobbying. It is this is part of advocacy, the lobbying. So let us clarify on this that lobbying is always advocacy, but advocacy is not always lobbying. Why this is so? So because the the lobbying focus on the legislative aims, while advocacy, the focus is not only the lobbying about, it's not only about influencing a government official, but it is about influencing the public. That is why advocacy will not always lobbying, but lobbying will always be advocacy. Because when you lobby, the purpose of that is to influence the government official for a certain cause that will affect or will help the public in order the goal or the advocacy be achieved. Like what the PAWS did to lobby a law that will influence the public. Now, let us also differentiate activism versus advocacy because sometimes we interrelate these two. So let us differentiate the two. Advocates are people-oriented because they act on behalf of other people and represent the concerns of others. So it's more on the interest of the people. So while activism, the activists are action-oriented. They take concerted steps to cause social and or political change. Usually activism is they are presenting it to the people in the government to make a change. That is why we can say activist people in the street who are protesting to make an action to call the attention of the political leaders to take action for this change or social change they want to achieve. So while the advocates, it's more on about the people, it's more influencing the people so that we can take action. Like for example, the issue on the environment. So that's the difference between activism and advocacy. Now, let me present to you, since I'm working in a non-government organization or the social action of our diocese, one of the advocacies of the Caritas Cáceres is the care for creation. So these pictures are some of our activities during the season of creation and Laudato Si week. So last September 1, we had this walk within a run for creation. It was a fun run and at the same time fun walk for those who want to walk. We invited more than 1,000 plus participated in this fun run or fun walk last September 1, 2024. So our goal at that time was to allow the people learn and be aware about the situation of our environment. And so we can take part on it, we can walk, we can run, and to show our support to take care for the environment. Okay, the next topic about IEC is on the next video. I'll see you there.